Indeed. What time is it? What time is it? It's time to stream, I guess. I will start at 30 seconds early just for you, Mr. Gage. Welcome to the stream. He's early. He's early. I know, right? Did I beat the Inferno? Did I beat... I'm not wearing the Inferno cape. I did beat the Inferno. Wearing the Soul Wars cape. I did a little bit of testing today with the spear. Just to see, like, what is kind of like the best setup. The new pieces, the Soul Wars cape, I picked that up today. The Bone Crusher necklace from Hydra, got pretty lucky on that one. I don't even think I got that many Hydra kills, actually. Let's see. We'll see how spooned I get to be. 24 kills, and I got that necklace, so pretty spooned. I think it's like a 1 out of 1,000 drop normally, so it was meant to be like 1 out of 200. But yes, I did those two. I also got the Rada's Blessing too, just so I get a little bit of prayer bonus, but that's just about it. Point-wise, what I'm sitting at, I would love to get to the Rune rank. I mean, eventually Dragon, but one step at a time. So a little under 10,000 points to go. Yes, welcome everyone. Welcome. Sharp, Joe, Steve, good to see you. Ace. Oh, got an ad. Did you get the Inferno? I did get the Inferno. I have no control over when it plays those ads, so I have no visibility into it. I'm also a YouTube Premium member, so I don't get ads on the platform. I've been a big fan of AdBlock for a long time, and they did that whole rollout where they're like stopping people from watching videos, and I was like, yeah, fine, whatever. You know, I'm on YouTube, I might as well have Premium. That's okay. You could focus more on just PVM tasks. As a skiller, it's kind of sad. They put so many points behind easy PVMing achievements. Yeah. Well, and that was part of the reason I wanted to try and like amp up the spear a little bit. I can squeak out like a couple extra points of damage if I switch the sunlight bracers out for the Barrows gloves. But I think I kind of need some sort of healing. I lost way too much damage. If I switch this for like the Blood Fury, big old damage drop off on the spear, so that one's not really worth it. The Inferno cape is pretty close actually between this and the Soul cape, but the Soul cape beats it out by a couple of points. But yeah, I feel like the Sunlight Bracer is probably the way to go, just so I get at least some healing. Mr. Gate Traveler, welcome in. Jay Cartier, how's it going? It's going pretty well. I gotta decide on what to do task-wise, and I did get this set up so we can kind of see. There's a lot of clue tasks. There's still quite a few of like killing random stuff as well, so I think it's gonna just have to be running around doing all kinds of different stuff. Something tells me skilling is in my future. Getting, not necessarily to max, though I do want to get there eventually, but I think there's gonna be a lot of tasks associated to skilling that I just haven't done. I just haven't taken the time for it. Aim for the 200 and 400 point tasks. Let's see. I guess we can filter it out. Let's see what the big tasks look like. I guess it'd be the other way around, huh? Clues. Man, clues. Everybody loves their clues. Farming. Big KC tasks. Kind of rare drop stuff. This type of stuff, I don't know how good it's going to be to, like, target it down. I mean, the Golden Tench, screw that. All of these skilling tasks as well. I mean, to some extent, like, Superior Slayer creatures I could probably get up pretty quickly. But I don't know. When I look at this list, I'm like, man, these are, like, slow. A lot of these are going to be real slow. And the problem is, some of the faster ones, like floor 5 of the Hallowed Sepulchre, I need to get my agility up to what? 92, I think, to do that floor. A lot of rage drops, a lot of KC tasks. Yeah, just a lot of raid stuff in here. Combat achievements. So I feel like a lot of these are just going to have to come with time, and not necessarily me focusing specifically on doing a lot of these besides maybe some of the KC tasks. Fast for underwater thieving? I mean, we could try it. Let me see. I'm curious what KC I'm on for Vardorvis. I don't know that we're actually close to anything, though. Check it out just very quickly. Also get to show off the spear a little bit. I will say I've been liking the spear. I killed Tormented Demons last night to get to the 300 task on that one. It's definitely gotten stronger since last night. The inclusion of these two items, I think, has really helped the special. It's gone up by almost 30 points of damage, I think. 25, 30 points, something around there. As it hits a 4. 83, that's alright. I mean, that's already higher than what it was yesterday. I think yesterday I was capped out around, like, 69 damage on the spec. Ooh, ow. That's okay. That's what we got Last Stand for. And an Awakener's Orb. Alright, what KC are we on? 75. So the next task on Vardorvis is probably 150. Vardorvis. No way. 150 times is only a medium task? Dude. Oh my god, that's terrible. What the heck, man? Alright, well, underwater agility, we can give it a shot. I mean, 92 isn't that far away, hopefully. Do you have Chambers of Xeric? I do have Chambers of Xeric available to me. How do I get over to underwater agility? I guess dig site and then take the boat out there. Can you even use fossils for 99 Prayer once you complete the museum? I suppose that's true. Well, I've got... So, the diaries, I still haven't done much in the way of diaries. I only completed this one today, just to get the extra prayer bonus on the blessing. Otherwise, I mean, a lot of these, I probably don't have the requirements just because I don't have rune crafting up there to finish the elite on any of these, but I could probably do up to the hard for all of the rest of them. Should mass underwater agility together? I mean, if you want to head over here, I'll give it a shot. I won't promise that I'll stay there for a long time because I'm just not familiar with it. So I don't know how fun it's going to be, but I mean, I do need to get the skills up anyway. I guess we'll save this up here. I don't know. Well, actually, this probably works underwater, right? Maybe I take that with me. Save a spot next to 2 chests. I can't get the flippers because I don't have a Scarnia, so I know that's going to slow me down. Put that stuff away. Does it matter? I guess I don't wear anything when I go down there. It's not fun, but it's fast. I mean, I can live with fast depending on how fast it is. Been avoiding content on the spear, but it's you, Jack, so I can't miss it. Content on the spear. Well, I mean, yeah, underwater agility. I'm not going to be doing too much with the spear. I will say the spear build, it does not go quite as hard without Fremnik. I think that would help a lot, particularly for the ring. It may, I'll probably squeak out an extra couple points of damage if I get the Ultor ring from Vardorvis, but it's about capped out where it is. Get a lot of dopamine for cashing in the tiers. Do I need anything while I'm down there? I mean, I guess probably not, right? I don't take damage when I'm underwater. Isn't underwater agility training just swimming lessons? I think it basically. Banker gear, we got that. Weight limit, if you exceed it, you'll end up being unable to go through any of the crevices. Alright, so I guess probably not bringing too much anyway. Don't need anything. Alright, we can go down there. I've actually never done this at all, so I have zero idea of what I'm doing. Hey, what are we paying for over here? This doesn't look right, though. Where am I going with this? Is there a map? There is a map. How do I get into these? Go east. Alright, we're ignoring the fish. Towards the ship. Alright, I see the ship. Trade, that looks like a promising option. Fossil storage as well. Little bubble to hang out in. Okay, cool. So we're not going to drown. For underwater agility, you want to stay near the cave system with all the chests. Don't bother going to the far chests unless you have a hole that takes you to a nearby one. Check the world map. I'm assuming I don't need to do anything here, yeah. We'll use that later. Don't need to, like, talk to her or anything. There's a plugin for it. Underwater agility, baby. Underwater agility, easy enough. Maybe. There it goes. The blue tint is nauseating. I don't even know. Can you turn that off? Is that a setting? What is that? Where is that going? I have no clue. I guess we'll see how things start to look once I'm actually in there, huh? Path to the chests. Oh, I actually did catch the fish. No, is there a setting in here? Underwater. Under. No. Blue tint may be staying. How many points do I have? I am currently at 35,000 and change. Underwater agility. Okay. Currents. I guess it's probably not going to matter in the... no, those aren't in the cave system, yeah. So I don't have to worry about those. Well, I suppose I might as well at least, like, head in here, huh? And then we'll see... Oh, well, there's an arrow. It doesn't highlight where it is, though, does it? Can't use this underwater. A little unfortunate. Well, we can hang out in this bubble at least for a little bit. Seaweed spore? I guess that... No, well, that doesn't show me anything. Although it should, right? That says chest clam overlays both. Well, we got it there. I guess it's only the mini-map, huh? It's not, like, not the world map. So we can see that one. That doesn't look like that's close to anything. So I guess we're just chilling then, aren't we? Hole overlays. What are these? These are just the little connecting points, yeah. Anything else in here? Chest clam timer, probably. Oh, that's the line that you were talking about. Whole lines. Goodness, we can get all the colors on our screen if we want to. Replace the swim animation. Alright, I guess we're walking. Oh, alright, there you go. No more blue for you. That looks really far. So, man, I should have brought something else to do while I was down here, huh? Buy some, like, broad arrows or something? Oh, man, so fast with the flippers, dude. Well, I think we're good. I think we've got all the colors, all the lines, all of the boxes highlighted that we could ever want. Now, is this actually a good place to stand? Does it even matter? Because, I mean, since I can only walk, I mean, maybe I go over to, like, these chests? Or the clams? I guess there's a chest here as well, so, like, maybe just this little area around here? I don't suppose I can hop, can I? Ooh, first one. What happened? Why did that light up and then immediately disappear? Feels bad. Help you get my feet wet. World 436. Man, now I'm jealous. I wish I had the flippers. Wasn't I joking with someone the other day? Saving agility for stream? Who's ready? Underwater agility stream. Let's go. Oh, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm getting Rune tier today. I'd have to have some, like, crazy progress in the next couple of hours to get 10,000 points. I mean, that's probably not doable either, is it? It looks like that's outside as well. No, the seaweed spores. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the butt, isn't it? Oh, how do people survive doing this? I mean, maybe if I was solo mission, 10k points right now. I don't know though. I feel like even he would struggle at this point to get up to, you know, an additional 10,000 points in the course of like 2 or 3 hours. This seems like a stretch. If I run 2 TOBs and get all 5 drops to myself, they're all purple and they're all unique, and then I run and do like 2 chambers and the same thing happens and I roll like 8 purples and they're all unique, maybe. maybe we could get there. That'd be asking for a little bit. Once you see the 1 mil XP drops, it makes up for it. Man, I hope so. I'm debating if I should go and like at least get some arrows or something so I can like sit here and just get some XP while I'm waiting. Would it let me fletch underwater? I'm assuming it would, right? Let's run some chambies. We'll see. I do need the like teleport tablet thing from Chambers. You can fletch. Another person is approaching. Ace, is that you? Actually, that one. Just try following. Alright. Can we make that one? That one looks like it's actually doable, huh? Who needs a swimming animation? Alright, and then these... I mean, man, only having 30 seconds on this, it's... Oh. What did it just tell me? What did it yell at me for? You'll have to wait? Why do I have to wait to claim this? What? Do you have to tag 2 chests in a row? Ugh. That's a pain. Well, at least it's close. I like the numbers on the side just going absolutely crazy. What the tiers per hour, the calculations. Tagging 1 will unlock it for every chest, and then so on as long as you don't leave. Okay. Well, the trade-in window said tiers were what, like 150 something XP, and I'm assuming then that times 16. So every tier is like, what is that? 2,000-ish? 2,000 and change? Oh, that's the one we were sitting next to before, wasn't it? Or no, that one's outside. I suppose while we're close to it, it's probably still worth going for, isn't it? Oh, I see. You can't get to it this way, huh? Follow along. I got it. Follow the leader. I'm bad at following. Did you kill the ancient wyverns yet? I mean, outside of... I think I killed one. One for a task, probably. Now, this is a lot of fossils in the inventory. Am I able to, like, go and bank them next to the lady without it screwing up the whole chest thing? Or is that even worth it? Tier scale with the agility level? That helps as well. Yes, can go bank them. Alright, then I suppose. Banking them it is. I don't even know if this is the best way back, but we'll go for it. I guess that you could go around that way, huh? Cap's at 700 tiers. Well, I guess you'll find the cap pretty quickly then, won't you? Large fossils are like 48k prayer XP a pop when enriched. I don't know that I've ever done that either. Like the enrichment process. I remember in the last league, I started it, and then I didn't know how to do it. I never completed it. That was it. Oh, it's because it needed like the calcified whatever drops, and I just didn't have enough. And I was like, okay, well screw this. I didn't want to go and camp at the whatever crabs there for a long time. Where is that one? That one looks like it's still out there somewhere. 74 ticks to go. That's probably too far, right? We'll wait for it to shift around. Yeah, I should have, like... I mean, I think I've got some fossils in the bank, too. From the wood cutting that we were doing to get whatever the soul sep cap long ago. So I probably have a decent amount of XP there. I mean, Prayer's a little bit slow. I think probably 77 rune crafting I want to get to via lamp. Depending how fast this is going to be. Oh, what a bait, dude. Clam is trolling. Let's see. I think once I get to 77 rune crafting, it's not too bad. What else to lamp? I mean, agility, we'll see how fast this is. May lamp agility a little bit as well. I think once I get into the sepulchre, it's not going to be too bad. But I kind of want to have 92 to run that, since the Ring of Endurance is a task. Construction I just needed to go do. That one would be kind of a waste of a lamp. How many points are we sitting at? We are sitting at 35k and change. And then we'll have to see. Is there a... Oh, was that even a good call? I'm bad at following, man. I'm bad at following. Probably not worth going over to that one, right? We'll go back and chill over here. So is there turn-in bonuses for these? I think that's what I was trying to ask. Is it, or is it just single tier, so it doesn't matter? Volcanic Mine gives a lot. I can go do that one. There's like 200 points for the Runite Fragment. I think the Dragon Axe is probably a task as well. I mean, there might just be a task for like playing a game of it too. Got Rune today, now dreading Dragon. Feels like you've already done everything. Yeah, it starts to, if it wasn't slow already, it really, everything starts to slow way down as you get up to Dragon. Because then you just have to go out of your way to do all those really long tasks. A lot of clue tasks. Winter Taunt, I haven't done that. That'd be fire making. Zarek's Honor, I have to go get that tablet out of chambers for that. That's also a diary task, I think, on the hard diary. Construction, birdhouses, there's the Volcanic Mine. I don't know, I have half a mind to just like top down do stuff, even though it's probably not going to be that fast at the start. But it's going to get a lot of the annoying like requirement stuff out of the way. Granite Shield, I don't even know if I can get a Granite Shield. Alright, where are we going? Ugh. The same place. I should have stayed out there. Let's see. Let's see how long it takes. Mr. Ace is back. Can we make it? With a reasonable amount of time? Maybe 30 seconds left on it? I feel like I was getting nowhere until I started my second account on the side and was like, well, now I'm overwhelmed. Yeah, the new accounts, I don't know. I don't know how people do multiple accounts for like, especially the early and mid game, because there's so much going on. Dodgy deals makes it worth going. I don't need the puffer fish. We'll get rid of that thing. One extra space for fossils. Following. Wait, can I literally follow? Oh. Well, that makes it better. Aside from the whole current thing. Ooh, risky. This feels so slow. There's not other things besides like the Asgarnia flippers, is there, that speed this up? I mean, I'm not even gonna make it in time, huh? 10 seconds? Ain't no way. We'll just chill in this bubble. At this point, I mean, agility is sort of like, it's a little bit, if we can get up to a point where we do Hallowed Sepulchre, it'd be good. I'm not necessarily training it for anything else, I don't think. I think Sepulchre, I think that's the only agility-related tasks that are really left. Let's see. We want none of the skills and then agility. So we've got a lot of sepulchre. I think that's it. Werewolf agility in there. Otherwise, yeah, it's just the, I mean, 99 to max. There's not a lot of agility tasks though. Man, the text on this is so light. It's so hard to see. Do we keep the fossils? We certainly are keeping the fossils at the moment. Okay. For that one, it looks like we're going. Diary lamps. I mean, I could also do that. I don't know. I'm a little worried that rune crafting, even in the higher levels, is going to be kind of slow for me since I don't have Banker's Note. Teleporting back and forth, like, you can do it. Do you want to do it? You know? Oh, I guess the current didn't matter there. Oh, what? Oh, so it doesn't... doesn't align with, like, the graphic that's on here? Oh, that's weird, dude. I do know that there was something that showed the currents in here. Oh, well, that's weird. Huh. That... so... what's even the point of this, then, if it doesn't line up with that, either? More colors. More colors? Do they even do anything? That's the question. Diary lamps, so just give more fossils. Blood runes with last recall should still be a mil or 2 XP an hour. Only a mil an hour on rune crafting. A lot of pain. Very bad spawn so far. Well, yeah, I mean, at least I got 100 tiers. I mean, I could send this, see what level I get to. So weird how it does that. It like highlights one and then moves a second later. Recall Dale Essence. Yeah, someone had mentioned that earlier too. Kind of what you signed up for, skipping Banker's Note. Oh, I knew when I didn't take Banker's Note, I was like, Inferno, Coliseum are gonna be tough. Also, rune crafting is gonna suck. Those are like the big three I looked at, and I'm just like, yeah, 100%. I did sign up for that. I was like, I know it's gonna be a pain. Recall and Dale, it's because you can't note Dale Essence. So Dale gives more XP per like rune that you craft. What is it, 150% XP or something? Boy, that is a faraway one. Guess this gives me a minute to go bank my fossils. Yeah, I did get the Inferno Cape. Was that yesterday? Man, time flies. Time flies when you're having fun with agility. Yeah, Inferno Cape was yesterday. Soul Spear was yesterday. What else we get? That might have been it. Still a big day. Training the same thing, I know. Yeah, I saw you running around in here, Mr. Griziron. Grizzly. Did it without Bankers? I did do it without Banker's Note, yeah. It was a lot of Guthan's healing. I'd say, like, leaning pretty heavily on that. Now it spawns over there. Not too bad of a walk, I suppose. Yeah, no Banker's Note, so I've got to be at least somewhat good about what I'm doing, but I will say the healing from Guthan's is also pretty crazy. Like, I mean, I think I did the waves with no food, also leaning on Last Stand. I think I only procced it like 2 or 3 times on the way through the waves too. So Guthan's was keeping me healed up, like tanking everything as well, because I let the pillars drop. Without flippers, I was managing to get 1,000+ tiers per hour, was about 3 mil an hour. That's fine. I don't know. I kind of want to get points, and I know that doing this specifically isn't going to give me points right away. Like, I have to get to 92. I mean, I can technically go and do some of the lower floors. I think I saw I've got points available on like floor 3, but I doubt that the Hallowed Sepulchre is going to be that good agility XP an hour. And we're chilling. You're just dropping the fossils. Well, you get... Like, don't you... You can continue to get XP lamps, right? When you turn these in. Even if you've completed the museum. Just camp in Blood Barrage. Have the 2 Fremi rings. Plenty of heals. No? So that... Oh, you're enriching for prayer XP. Okay. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I wonder. I don't know if it's actually going to be that big of a deal for me to get prayer. So I'm like, I can access a gilded altar. I just have to make it. But I mean, 75 construction really won't take me any time. So I've got that available to me. I've got Varlamore prayer stuff as well. Not that I have a ton of stuff there, because I mean, I still need to go and complete 2 of the moon sets. So I'll get a little bit more in the way of those bone shards. So I'm like, I don't know. I think prayer is going to be more or less sorted for me, even though it's going to take a little bit to get there. Plus, I do have the Bone Crusher necklace. I charged it a little bit today. I think it's sitting at like 5,000, something like that. 30 mil an hour enriching bones. Okay, maybe, maybe you win. Went in the other day with just broad bolts, red chins, totally expecting to wipe. Ate enough shark and karambwans to feed an army and managed to one-shot the Inferno. Thanks, Banker's Note. Banker's Note makes it all really easy. I will say, especially with the soul bracers, if you've got those plus Banker's Note, you can out-eat just about everything. Like, yeah, technically you can out-eat it with Banker's Note regardless, but it makes it a lot more comfortable because Karambwans then heal you like, what was it, 39 I think per? See, like, what is that? Is it because you have to go tangential to the current or something and it doesn't impact you? Yeah, it's not quite right either. That's so weird. What world are we doing this in? What was it? 436? World 436, yeah. Not getting Rune tier at this pace. No, sir. Well, I kind of expected, like, Rune tier over the next couple of days was my thought. I mean, I know, like, on the weekdays, I don't have a ton of time, so, like, in the course of 2 hours, am I going to get 10,000 points? Ain't no way. But over the course of, like, today, tomorrow, if I'm able to stream, still have to talk with my wife about whether or not we've got plans for tomorrow, but then Saturday sometime. Sunday, if we really have to, as well. I don't know. I've heard maxing is, like, about 4,000 points, give or take. Probably depends a little bit on what skills you have, but I could also just push to max, and there's at least a number of milestones associated with that, like all the base level ones, because right now base level 50 is the only one I picked up. There's a couple of total level ones still left, all of the 99s. It'd be a lot of points. That's probably, I don't know if I'd say it's the fastest points, because if I get lucky in a raid, that's probably faster. But it would still be, like, pretty decent. Got a bank? Oh no. Our guide is disappearing. Briefly. Dog Sword is good as well. Yeah, Dog Sword if you have as Garniet. Want to run TOB? I don't know. I mean, I didn't really come into this with a particular plan for tasks. I just know that there's a lot of stuff that I need to do. So, I mean, if we want to run some raids, I'm not necessarily opposed to it. I just don't imagine that we'll have a lot of time for, like, a ton of raids. Chamber is probably only 2. TOB might get in, like, 3 or 4 if we commit to that. Oh, I'm gonna run out of breath. Try not to drown while I'm down here. Could always get lucky at Nightmare. Well, I also still need the KC task. I think we only did like 10 or 15 the other day. Did it move back to the same chest? Is that what just happened? Nice that it can do that. Kind of need to bank the fossils, but I'll eat the loss on them. It's fine. We're kind of here for the agility XP anyway. Do we want to mass some Nightmare? How fast is the... I mean, Nightmare is still a little bit slow, isn't it? Just because there's some, like, stalling mechanics in there. Man, how long is this thing going to stay here? If it was only ever one chest, this is the way to do it. For 5, it's like 5 minutes. Oh, man, and there's like a... What does the KC task go up to? 150? Might run out of oxygen while we're here. I guess we'll see. 150. It's a lot of kills. I don't know. All the boss stuff, I look at it and I'm just like, oh, it's so much. So many kills. Grab a puffer. Is there a puffer fish nearby? Oh, there is a puffer fish nearby. Although I don't have space for it. Come here, buddy. We're about to drown. We're alive. All right. I'll just bank. What's the fastest fishing in your opinion? Gonna depend a lot. You have Animal Wrangler. If you have Animal Wrangler, then the highest level fish that you can find would be the best fishing XP. Cromwans, of course, are really AFK, but like anglers are like a ton of XP if you have Zaya. Dark crabs as well in the wilderness. Otherwise, I guess sharks probably. If no harpoon, it's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be tough. Barbarian fishing if you have Kandarin. Aerial fishing? I don't know about aerial fishing. I mean, the XP an hour is not great. I mean, even with Equilibrium, I can't imagine that it's particularly good. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and trade these in just for the sake of seeing how much XP we get. I'll probably just do all of it, yeah. Almost a mil. Alright, that's pretty good. 80 agility. Jumped up, what, 5 levels? And I'm assuming these turn into stuff. There's not tasks associated to these, are there? No, not for the trident. I guess that'd be about it, huh? I guess fossils, maybe? Fly fishing? At Barbarian Village, I mean, I guess you can also do that. It's not necessarily that fast, but then you've got the fire next to you. Try and cooking up a little bit. Small batches are best when low level since it goes up with your level. Yeah, I suppose so. Do we want to keep doing this? I don't know. Agility. Probably better than normal agility. See where the chest goes. Can I even get to that? Oh, wait, nope, it moved again. That one I can get to for sure. Alright, well, we'll do this a little bit more, since it's close by. We'll let the RNG decide it for us. If I can get up to 92, I wouldn't mind going and running some sepulchre. Quite a few tasks in there. Don't really have to worry about looting most of it either. Kind of like just floor 5. Maybe loot some of the earlier floors initially just to get some of the gear together. Man, look at the flippers. Flippers is so quick. Sepulchre's too high intensity for streaming? You think so? I don't know. Maybe the last floor would be a little bit difficult. Beats rooftops. At least once you're on the chest, I agree. I mean, spam clicking is what it is, but rooftops are kind of a pain. Really slow. Trident can store pufferfish. Interesting. How many leagues points have I gotten so far? Well, since the stream has started, 0. We're not making fast progress, that's for sure. Store up to 10 pufferfish. So, you know, just hit 80 agility, maybe go for base 80s. Base 80s would actually probably be pretty quick. Rune crafting might be the slowest out of this bunch. And that'd give me a fair few points. Is that one worth going to? Maybe. But that's kind of on the edge. Pretty far. I guess we'll chill. We'll wait. We'll see where the next one goes. Almost to 30k myself. Still hoping to make Dragon. I mean, we've got plenty of time. Because we've got until January 22nd, I think, is the last day of Leagues. So, yeah. I mean, like, yes, the tasks do slow down a little bit, but at the same time, I mean, like, they're also worth more points, so I think if you're playing one account for the majority of the league, as long as you're playing, like, an okay amount of time, I mean, I probably put somewhere between, like, 2 to 4 hours most days, so that is maybe on the high end for some folks, but I think a lot of people can get to Dragon. It's not necessarily difficult to do, it's just time-consuming. Oh? Where is that one? Is that in here? It is in here. I'm just spending all my skill lamps from Diaries on Agility. The only reason I'm kind of holding out on it is because I'm not sure how much XP I'm going to get from Sepulchre. I sort of think it's going to be a lot, especially if I go for the Ring of Endurance. I may not stay that long, though. The Ring of Endurance is only 200 points, so I'm like, that one might be worth skipping out on. My worry is a lot of points are locked behind TOB and have 0 friends. Well, I mean, you can ask folks in the stream. You can join the clan, join the clan chat, the Discord, ask around. There's plenty of people with Moritania. If not that, you go to the official League's Discord, you can find some people as well. I think you've got a lot of options available to you. Oh, that in here too? Yay! Spent like every lamp on farming because I didn't go overgrown. Unlucky. What can I say? I'm sitting over here at 62 mil. I pulled all the seeds out so I could slowly work on farming contracts. I made the mistake of going for a high-level contract today, and I got to, like, grow a Celestris tree, and I don't have a Celestris seed, so I'm a little bit stuck. I kind of figured high-level PVM might give me that eventually, but I didn't look up where that seed comes from. I'm also not that rushed for it. I feel like the farming contracts aren't the biggest deal in terms of points. Someone say farming? If it gave me the pet, I'd let it keep going. Free pet after a while, but I mean, I guess it's still kind of free. Get your XP up to 200 mil and then actually go and do farm runs yourself. Bank or not to bank, I guess we'll go for the tiers still. I'm not super concerned with fossils. Seaweed spores, though. Oh, that's true. Brimstone chest. I have like 40 keys in the bank or something. I can go use those. No, auto farming doesn't give the pet chance, unfortunately. Doesn't give the pet chance. Echo Hesperia doesn't give the pet... Well, no, Echo Hesperia I think can. What was it? There's something weird, though. Oh, Echo Hesperia doesn't give farming XP. That's what it was. But yeah, auto farming does not trigger for the pet drops. Unfortunately, otherwise, everybody who took Overgrown get free little tree root pet or whatever it's called. 13th to 200 mil, but haven't been keeping up recently. haven't been keeping up. I mean, at the point you're 200 mil, there's no keeping up anymore, is there? 90 mil, what have you been doing? I guess let's bank while we're over here. Running out of oxygen anyway. If we're talking small piles of turn-ins, I guess I might as well do the turn-ins when I have like 100 something. Seaweed spore. Also wanted to get the pet. Yeah, you get better pet chances once you get up to 200 mil. We'll turn them all in. 200k XP. 2 levels? Only 1 level. Actually, wait. They didn't turn in all of them, did it? What? I could have sworn I pressed all, did I not? Maybe did it only use enough to get me levels there? That's a little weird. Alright, well 82 though. Sepulchre's looking a little better. Should be doing my seaweed then, at least. Seaweed for crafting isn't the worst. Still kind of a pain in the butt, though. If you don't have a good way... Like, if you don't have production prodigy, it's still kind of a pain in the butt to process it. A little better if you have lunars, because then you can turn it into soda ash pretty quickly. 5 buckets of sand from the charter ships, but even still. Do this until max level of sepulchre. What? 92. 300 tiers was like 1 mil XP. That was granted a little bit of a lower level. So I probably need like 400 to 500 more tiers, something like that, to get up to 92. I suppose we can chill. If people don't care so much about, you know, we're doing underwater agility, then I'm happy to chill here. Man, what a pain in the butt to get to. Where's my shortcut right here? Unfortunate. The pet shall serve as a nice memory. I still need to get a skilling pet too. Thieving, maybe. Go and thieve buyers for a while. $8 mil, I'm probably gonna use this for my agility too. I mean, I don't hate this. I feel a little bad standing around not doing anything, but that could be solved with just bringing in some like fletching or something. Or if you have Banker's Note. I mean, if you have Banker's Note, you can do whatever you want while you're standing around down here. Oh, alright. We got a chest to go to. Oh, yeah, well, still. Same difference. Doing this, get your agility up. I mean, at the very least, the XP drops are large. I mean, like, if you get full access to, like, click on this chest, you're getting 70 to 100 tiers, something like that. 6 mil agility XP per hour is pretty good. Banknoters keep winning. Just you wait. I haven't quite decided on relics for the next count, but I think there's a good chance I'll be a banknoter on the second one. Crystal acorns will probably get you to 99 as well. Yeah, I guess that, yeah, well, if you're doing the auto farming, I guess it'll replant those trees too, won't it? Where is that one? Oh, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get to, huh? How's it going, gamer? It is going. I can't tell if this... I mean, this is supposedly fast. It feels a little slow. Either quickly or slowly, we're doing something. We're making progress, if nothing else. Getting the agility up. Starting at 75, at 82. 92 for Sepulchre. Sepulchre's got a bunch of points. Unless something else grabs my attention, that might just be what we're doing. Actually turned into an agility stream. It's what you were all requesting. Everybody was like, do an agility stream. Can't say I didn't deliver. Can anyone help with the Karam Jahard diary? What do you need for the Karam Jahard, Mr. Gear? Fight pits, maybe? Need some help with the fight pits? More agility, please. More agility. We can keep doing agility. Hated this. I could figure out how to make it not suck XP wise. I think for a lot of it, it's stand in one area and just wait for the chest to show up next to you. Still need to do Coliseum for Echo Soul too. Probably gonna try the Guthan's route for that. Yeah, I mean, Guthan's worked really well for me. It definitely wasn't like 100% kill, but I mean, you don't need to kill Echo Soul every time you go into it either. So I want to say it probably was around like 30% success rate with Guthan's. Could probably do a little bit better. Some of that was like unfamiliarity, but also it does get a little bit intense towards the end because there's just a lot going on. That's pretty far. We'll see. We'll give it a shot. We're not alone. Anyone want to run some necks? Anyone has Asgarnia? Mr. Gearwick, you've got some volunteers. Just need to know which world. How on earth are you supposed to navigate this? But it doesn't line up to the... I don't understand, like, what is happening with this. Oh, are we gonna get one? We got two. 2 tiers. Tier. Oh, man. Alright. Unfortunate. Pretty far. This is... What do we do in game? What do we do with these bubbles, man? World 401 from Mr. Gear. And to the bank we go. Might as well deposit these while we're here. Worth to turn in? I guess it probably is, right? One. Is that enough? That was not quite enough for the level. Stopping at 94. Poor Grizzly. How do you get flippers for this? You kill the Mogers in Asgarnia. Unfortunately, if you don't have Asgarnia, no flippers. A little bit of a sad time. I think we'll chill for this chest because I wasn't really close enough for it. Need Kandarin for the breathing apparatus? Well, you don't have to have it, though. The breathing apparatus, I mean, I guess it means you don't have to worry about the auction bubbles, but I don't know how much you really worry about that, even with the flippers. I mean, worst case, you're staying in a bubble for like an extra 30 seconds. Just hit 35 mil fishing XP without the fishing relic. Grind is real. More power to you, man. I don't know if I would go up that high without the fishing relic. I guess at least it's AFK. Flipper Chads win again. It would certainly be nice to have flippers, just to like be able to get through this a little bit faster. It is what it is, though. Oh, you can't use the breathing apparatus anyway when you're down here, so it doesn't even matter. Use Total Recall? Unfortunately, no. Or at least not in there. Yeah, still, you're not able to do it when you're down here. unfortunate, you know. This is one of those things where I feel like it would have been nice to give it to Total Recall, just so it had, like, something. You know what I mean? Yeah, give it a couple more wins, you know? Oh. Oh, well. Rip. Ain't happening. That one is real far away. Mr. Sacred Stun, welcome in. Who were your #1 enemies this league? I would rank them as Golden God users, ranged users, banknote users in that order. You think so? Golden God users early on, for sure. Range, I can't hate on the range users that much. I don't really want to, I don't want to look at them. I don't want to feel the sadness when they're like AFKing Echo Soul with Justiciar. I'm like, oh my god, man, these guys. All the content creators in the world going for range builds, and I'm like, ah, oh, why you gotta do this? At 61k points, the tasks are becoming tougher all around. I mean, you're done. 60k points, you made it to Dragon. Don't have to worry about anything else at that point. Unless you really wanted to finish everything in the area. But I think for myself, I look at that and I'm like, just go for a second account at that point. Can he make it? He made it. It's possible. Total Recall too restricted? It is. I feel like they definitely could have just... Sure, whatever. You don't give it the instances, but like everywhere else, just give it free reign. Who cares if it like makes agility faster? I'm just throwing that out there. I feel like not a lot of people like agility. Who cares? Corner cutters are going to feel a little sad, but I mean, corner cutters see this and they cry anyway, you know? Found the pickaxe users terrible when doing Volcano. I guess that would speed it up quite a bit, wouldn't it? Alright, do we get to just run to this? That's the question. Dude, they gotta do something about this. What is this? But what they've said, I think they kind of surprised that the Banker's Note recall choice is so lopsided. I expect it to be a little bit closer. What was it? The stats were like 94% of people took Banker's Note or something like that. It's a ton. It's like super, super one-sided. Getting the gloves on 4KC, kind of lame. Now I have to finish the task for nothing. Rip. Remove the restrictions on Total Recall. I wouldn't be against it. But then again, I'm also holding the relic myself, so... Oh, now can we go back? Indeed, we can. Oh, yep, nope, we're good, we're good, we're good. GG users faded away. We're left standing. GG users are on their third account because they already got all the points they needed. Their first two are already in Dragon. GG users living the good life over there. Who cares if Recall makes agility faster when you've seen what rune crafting can do with Banker's Note? True. True. Oh, I'm gonna have to find myself some oxygen here soon, otherwise I'm gonna fall over. Or... Hold on. Hold on. Saved it. It's definitely not better. It's not good to do that, but you know what? It's fine. Who needs to worry about breath when they can just go back to the surface? A little unfortunate because that means I'm gonna have to check the chest again, but it is what it is. Train agility the old-fashioned way. Use XP lamps. I would. I'm so convinced that Sepulchre is gonna give me a lot of agility XP. And I feel like rune crafting is probably more worthwhile using XP lamps on. 84. Man, we gotta get 92 on stream. Actually seems like pretty quick. Quicker than rooftops anyway. Total Recall would have been picked more if the spec relic later on would have been different. They basically do the same thing. That's true too. Boy, that thing moved. Yeah, I had kind of a similar thought. It's the same reason why I wouldn't necessarily suggest going Total Recall and the spec relic. They do still work well together because it would give you 5 specs on those big weapons by taking the spec relic, and then you can still reset it with this. It just doesn't feel like it's technically a synergy. It doesn't feel like a good synergy, you know? There's been a couple of those this league. It's kind of like Golden God in the Wilderness. Technically they synergize, but they also kind of do the same thing, so it's like, yes, they work together, but it doesn't feel that great. It feels like you're overlapping value too much. Can you set recall where the turn-in is? I guess I could try. Well, that's fine. We'll figure that out in a minute. Let's see. No. It might just be all of underwater. Maybe they don't want you to be able to teleport back under here and then, I guess, forget you're down here or something. I don't know. Most of the bosses were Total Recall and the spec relic stack nicely. High HP are instanced. Yeah, that's the other problem too. Spec relic instead, increased damage done with spec, be super meta. I'm trying to remember what they did last time. I guess last time they made the spec guaranteed to hit. So it ended up being really strong anyway. Oh. Well, I actually didn't have to check the chest again. Let's see. So last year, the spec relic. Guaranteed accuracy. Faster regen. I remember that part of it. Yeah, I guess that would have had a similar problem this year. So yeah, unless it did something that like straight up just increased the damage that you do on it. But then again, some of the specs are pretty strong. I don't know that they would want to do that. I guess it depends how much they did, but I'm thinking like Ruby Bolt specs already hit a lot. It is leagues. Granted, it's leagues, so like having high damage on there is fine. But also with like the percentages that we find for like other DPS increases, I don't know that they could meaningfully add enough damage to the spec. You know? You got the hang of this, so be back to my clue scroll grind. Good luck. Well, I appreciate you running me around a little bit. If you have Wilderness, there's no reason for Golden God. Chaos Altar is already free prayer XP. Yeah. Type 1 Eye has Djibouti. Djibouti, the NPC. Spec Relic and Coppish Blade look insane though. I think that's a good combo. I mean, honestly, I think the Coppish Blade might be the only real reason I would think of taking the Spec Relic. You could argue like the Zeros or the Zerite crossbow. And it is good, I just don't know that it matters that much. The Coppish Blade's lightning, though, is like super, super strong. It's so tough, though. I mean, Last Stand. If you lose out on Last Stand, it makes doing content like way harder. So unless that blade and 5 specs will like really blow something up, I don't know. Too bad at the game to ever not pick Last Stand. That's the struggle. Oh, are we gonna run out of oxygen again? Probably. Or I'm not even gonna get over to this chest. There's nothing here. There's actually nothing here. Come on. Banker's note, by the way. Banker's note. Banker's note everywhere. Topish spec hits 90s in an AoE. It's nuts. Yeah, I've been liking the spear spec as well. It's kind of up there, but the spear spec isn't as powerful as the lightning. I don't even know if I can get back to this bubble. I guess we'll see what the current wants to do. 3, 2, that doesn't look promising. Nope. And we're bailing out again. Easiest way to get your breath back. Last Stand, stupidly good. I wish it wasn't so good. Could have gone with Guardian. Guardian was the other one I was thinking about, but yeah, it's so hard not to take it. Not just because of the stat boost, but also the like safety it gives you in content. It's probably a little less important for Banknote just because you already get so much healing from, you know, carrying like infinite stack of food. But even still, it allows you to avoid like the one-shot mechanics and stuff. 85 agility. We're getting up there. I don't know, it's just like... I'm just trying to think. There's not like a ton of points that are locked behind stuff where you would like absolutely have to go for Last Stand, so like you could pick something else. But man, does it make a lot of content a lot easier. Coppish Chads running around at Barrows made me doubt my range choice. It's the only weapon. I remember when we were coming into leagues before we knew exactly what the stuff was going to be, everybody thought all of the spec, like all of the echo related items were going to fall off towards the end. But I actually find like in practice, the spear's pretty good. I haven't gotten to try the Coppish Blade myself, but that one also looks like it's pretty strong to the point where like, I mean, even if the Scythe is technically better DPS, I don't know that you would even care enough to use it, you know? Like having the specs to blow stuff up, I think it feels a lot more fun. That and the melee echoes in particular felt like pretty underwhelming, which, you know, the Scythe is like your best bet at echoes, and since it already feels underwhelming, it's just like not working for you. No, actually, I'm probably not going to make it to that one anyway. Been using it on my Wilderness Slayer task whenever there's multi-combat. Just wipes hordes of mobs. Oh, sounds like we have a guest. What is that? Is that big? So you want to come say hi?
No. Is it?
It's the curling iron.
It's.
Ain't no way the curling iron.
It's so heavy. Find out when Costco sale it. It's like basically I got it for like $4.79. I'm telling you, it's $5.99.
Oh.
What?
Very fancy. Well, are you gonna open it? Are we gonna get an unboxing stream? Okay. Oh, also, did you see my text about the vacuum filter?
Yeah.
I need to wait. It's still a little bit wet, so we can't put it back in.
This means I need to buy it. Where
What did I say? Added value. Added value. I think that means it's already in there. And it's probably why the box is so big. I can't imagine that the... Dude, if that curling iron is this long. What?
Under your Christmas.
Oh. Christmas gift? Curl your hair and all your friends' hair at the same time. We can both curl our hair at the same time. It's so big. In the camera? Sure. It's as big as I can make it. No. You look very thin. You don't need to worry about it. I feel like even the Hespori weapon shreds most things. Yeah, the Hespori weapon as well, though I do feel like that one hasn't held up quite as well as maybe the other two, but it might just be because it doesn't have a special attack on it. Something about being able to use your spec bars. Nice. Yeah. Making fun of how big the...
I will curl my hair.
No, don't curl my hair. My hair is already curly enough as it is. Oh, that one's pretty far away. Ooh. Bye-bye. Wings? From Buffalo Wild Wings? Costco wings? Okay. Mr. Gate Traveler says you should curl my hair, make me look pretty. Hey, I look pretty already. Bye-bye. Telling me I don't look pretty. How could you? I'm already so pretty. Needs to test out the new curler, though. She's got long hair. She can test out the curler. This forward weapon seems balanced enough to be put into the main game. Maybe it needs some more tweaks. It probably... Well, actually, I don't know. Because I guess my only experience with it is like faster attack speed. It does feel pretty weak on like the Mage style when I was trying that. The melee range, though, I like it. The range is so long. I don't know that they would do that. Why ruin her pretty hair when she can make yours prettier? All right, prettier. Okay, fine. Oh, baited by that thing. All right, that's fine. Guess while we're over here, might as well bank since we've got the time. Use the Hespori weapon by fusing the 3 prereq weapons together. Stocks. Which weapons do you think they do? Well, you probably got to include a salamander. So the salamander is going to be like one of them. Mr. Supple is going to be at Nightmare if anybody's wanting to do that. Scythe T-bow together for the Hespori weapon. Oh my god, dude. Hespori weapon. It's not even gonna be best in slot for anything. It is just gonna be like 6 bill. The weapon itself, it's gonna be like 6 bill. You can trade your 3rd age pickaxe if you want one. As a flex item. I mean, hey, I wouldn't mind them making salamanders better. The big old ranged salamander. I don't know, I probably have to do some like DPS counts to see how strong or not it is. I just imagine for the melee range on that, I feel like there's no way. They're gonna give you 7 attack range on melee in the main game? Ain't no way. We had to beg and plead for that halberd from Araxor, you know? Beg and plead's a little bit of an exaggeration. They definitely gave it to us, but come on, it's only 2 range. It's a fang, that's all you know. A spory weapon. Bang for melee DPS, mage, and range. I don't know what items they were exactly. Bang gives you better accuracy through the passive, but yeah, I guess like stat-wise it's pretty up there. If they made a weaker version of it that's more in line with like, call it the Teku Salamander, but with extra range. What do you think? That way it's not like necessarily super strong, but it's still, it's like a decent weapon. It's a decent choice. Maybe you scale back the range on it slightly. Yeah, and a strength bonus as well. I don't know. I see a lot of people who comment about like they don't enjoy when Jagex adds like middle of the road items, and I feel like it would be a very middle of the road item. I like those because I don't like to go and farm out things like the mega rares on an Iron Man, so I'm like, I don't need that. But you know, I'd be curious what people think. Something that's not like tip top, but kind of like a fun weapon. And the Teku Salamander is just like the closest thing I can compare it to. Just a ranged melee weapon in the main game would be cool. Outside of halberds, I guess we don't have anything, right? Halberds for melee give you 2 range. I think that's it. Because all the salamanders, they're 1 range. Have to combine 1 of every weapon in the game for the Hespori weapon? Oof. That'd be a lot, dude. Jagex added a new best slot. People would complain more than a side upgrade. That's probably true. Maybe? Actually, I don't know, though. Incremental best in slot stuff. How have they been received? Because I'm thinking, like... So you had the Blade of Salador, like best in slot, single hand slash. They did like the Inquisitor's Mace, single hand, best in slot, crush. Did people really care? I know people didn't like farming Nightmare because the Nightmare drops were like super rare for how long it was. Nature's Reprisal and the gloves can be directly ported into the main game. Well, I think I'd have to double check the stats on the Barrows gloves. Aren't they just equivalent to like the RFD gloves? Maybe they're slightly better. I guess they must be slightly better, right? Strength bonus wise. Oh, you know what? Should bank while I've got all the fossils and I'm over here. Scythe was bad on release, so it makes sense it didn't... Yeah, people didn't complain about it. Maybe that's a trick. Release stuff like trash initially, and then like slowly build content around it. And then people will be like, oh, nice, okay, this thing's useful. Change the narrative. 86 agility. Oh, this really is going to be an agility stream, isn't it? I'm going to have earned 0 points, 0 tasks done on the stream where I'm going for a rune tier. They can merge the gloves. Oh yeah, the gloves here and the Barrows gloves as well. Although, people are going to get upset about that because you've got the melee stuff from Hydra, right? Ferocious gloves? Ferocious gloves getting knocked down a peg. People would not like that, I think. Make RFD gloves a prereq. They're exact same stats. Are they, though? Actually, I guess the Ferocious gloves give what? Plus 14 strength? Let me look. Ferocious gloves. Yeah, plus 14 strength, so they give 2 more. Maybe it wouldn't matter then. But then what's the point? I mean, if they're not an upgrade, just for the cosmetic, I guess. I think the reprisal could easily be a best in slot item and a new boss. Make the boss 3 tiles back, negative melee defense. Beatable without it, but it would work well. Means it wouldn't be super OP. Yeah, I mean, that'd be true too. Content design around it. Jagex likes to use leagues to test the waters on some ideas they have, which is a good idea. Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think. They did bring in, for Varlamore, they brought the like thieving stuff in. Oh, is this one even worth it? I don't know. I guess I might as well. I'm already halfway going towards it. So Varlamore, they brought like the AFK thieving in a way. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was like leagues inspired that they brought in. That one I remember for sure. I don't know, like, other mechanics wise, did they take some other things from leagues that you guys are familiar with? Same stats as Barrow gloves, but they could count as the amulet. I guess that's true, yeah. And then you'd be able to use like Blood Fury while also getting the benefit of the Barrows necklace. Point is mid-game Ironmen who run Barrows. I just feel like by itself being in the game probably isn't like crazy, since it's the same stats. I mean, if you're assuming that the RFD gloves are still required, like it has to have something to it outside of being cosmetic, right? I mean, I guess not necessarily, but for something like that, it probably... I don't... Gosh dang, man, these bubbles, they drive me nuts, dude. Bubbles. The bubbles are for show. Just the Aram's upgrade would be huge. I guess that's true, yeah. Then you can use the occult necklace alongside of getting the Aram's like extra % bonus damage, whatever. Yeah, for the amulet, I think that makes sense. They just remove the sort of like extra boost that you get from the gloves in leagues, but that you still get the effect of like Barrows amulet on the Barrows gloves. Now you can use your amulet slot for stuff. I think that makes a lot of sense. And I don't know. I'm not super familiar with all the set bonuses, but I don't imagine that would be like super powerful. It'd just be kind of a nice convenience for the mid game, like you're saying. Heyo, Mr. J. Willie, welcome in. Most Barrows gear is useless anyway because the weapons are just too bad. Yeah, I guess that is true. Weapons are a little rough compared to other stuff. They're just too slow. Like, all the melee weapons, especially. For Arams and Carols, it'd probably be alright. Carol still would be good compared to something like the blowpipe, which you can get pretty easily, but yeah. For Arams, I think it makes sense. How's the grind been? The grind has been going. Surprised everyone and myself with an agility stream. The recommendation was like, oh, go try some underwater agility, and I'm like, yeah, go try some underwater agility, and here we are. 11 levels later. May yet hit 92, and then go to the sepulchre and get some tasks done there. 87 agility. Thorax hammers have been high alch value for the longest time. I genuinely, I don't think, even if they give like the necklace passive, I don't think it would save any of the melee sets. It improved Darox. Actually, would it? I think it's only the recoil, right? Maybe it wouldn't. It wouldn't even do anything, like... The sets that are being used now would still be used, and that's pretty much it. It would make those sets, like, slightly stronger, but, like, not a ton. Would certainly help out in the mid-game, though, for a lot of stuff. Barrows is bad even with the buff gloves. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's compared to other stuff. That's the problem. Compared to other stuff, it's Carols. I like Carols for the effect. It's like cool. It just doesn't do enough damage compared to like a blowpipe. Say that the Barrows weapons are too weak when I meet you in the wilderness with full DH at 1 HP. I'll say it. I'll smack you for 1 damage. I'll be taking all of that gear. Darrox is pretty expensive in the main game, right? It's like a couple mil for the full set, 4 mil or something. Did you end up completing the Inferno? I did complete the Inferno. Got that one done. Got the cape. Got myself Soul Wars cape and then unequipped the Inferno cape. Because I was using the spear when I was doing PVM stuff. And the spear does a little bit more damage if you do the prayer cape with the spec. Thought it was like 8 mil. It could be more. I'm an Iron Man on my main, so I don't actually track prices all that often. I'm like slightly more tuned into it now when I make content and I have to go like buy things on the second account to do videos, but like I'm pretty detached from the RuneScape economy most of the time. Yeah, Darrox and Aram's together. Well, I guess don't a couple of the Carol's pieces, they're still good, like the top and the bottom maybe. So it's like, it's still good armor. Maybe that way. Actually, that's outside, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Alright, never mind. GE tracker, utilize it. There is GE tracker. Do I even have it? Grand exchange. Darrox, look at that. 2.5 mil on the axe. Whole set, a little under 5 mil. Rune tier, almost. We're still at the same points. Same points at what we started on, but gosh dang it, we're getting agility up, and then Sepulchre will give, I don't know, 1,000 points maybe? If I get lucky with the ring, an extra 200 on top of that. Oh, nice. Okay, well, that helps. Heading out. Good night. Good night. Thanks for stopping by, Mr. Torn. Anything, Barrows is still amazing defensive armor. Yeah, like, everybody still uses Barrows. I think just the sets don't tend to get a lot of use because they're just too slow. Too little damage. Aram's, I could see. Because Aram's, like, there's no attack speed really associated with, like, Aram's because it's just normal spellcasting. And with the Mage rework, Aram's is actually decent because you get some percent damage out of there. Aram's costs 7.8 mil. I think it makes sense because the only set that really still holds a lot of value would be Aram's as like a mid-game armor set. Because it's what? Aram's and then the Desert Treasure 2 bosses for robes. I think that's the next upgrade, right? Like, it's kind of a pain in the butt, actually. And then from there you go to Chambers of Zarek for Ancestral. I mean, like, it's bad, dude. Like, Aram's is basically your gear for the entire game. Like, actually. Yeah, Aram's, Virtus, Ancestral. What a combo, dude. Golly, dude. You know how rare the Desert Treasure 2 robes are? Okay, I'm taking this from, like, the Iron Man perspective. I'm like, it's a lot of grinding. I guess you can buy them on the GE, but they are also still, like... It's a crazy hike in price. Because they're like, 30 to 40 mil a piece. Super expensive. Dagonhide. Dagonhide's cool. Aram's offers better defenses. And Dagonhide's also, like, quite expensive to get it from the chest. It's just a rarer drop. Blood Bark as well. You do have that as kind of like a mid-tier something. Like, there are other options for sure. It's not just Aram's, but Aram's I think is like generally the best in terms of like mid-game mage armor. Yeah, Rebalance brought it up. Basically, when they added all of the different like mage percentages to like all the different armors, I mean, even Infinity Robes I think picked up a couple of percent too, if I recall. Mage's Book got better. The Seer's Ring got a little bit better. Mage kind of eating good this year, actually. Aram's looks the best in my opinion. The hood on it looks so good alone. Are you talking about the recolor that they did for this? The League's recolor? Blue Moon's good. That's true. Yeah, we do have Blue Moons as well, but oh, doing me dirty. How could you? How could you, chest? We're gonna go bank anyway. Void is also up there, easy to grind, provides an amazing flexible armor set. Void is what I used for a long time. I think right before Leagues I ended up getting some more Aram's pieces. I don't know if I have the full set actually. I may not. I'll have to double check, but I think for a while I just used Void. And part of it is out of laziness too, because like a lot of content you have to swap styles for, so Void makes that a lot easier. 88. We're getting there. 4 more levels, then we'll be at 92 for the Hallowed Sepulchre. Recolor looks sick for Aram's, huh? I remember seeing it in, I guess, the news post that they did right before Leagues. I thought it looked good. A lot of people didn't like the Leagues rewards this year, at least on that video. From the comments, people seemed like, granted, a lot less viewership at that point, but the maybe like 2,000 people that saw it, a lot of people are commenting that they were underwhelmed by the rewards. I don't know though, I might be a little biased. I like Barrows armors. And I also have an account that centers around transportation, so a lot of like recolors on the tellies and stuff, I'm cool with. Void generally worse than Mystics though. For a long time it didn't matter, because there wasn't Mage percent on like anything. So it was Void or Ancestral, and it's like good luck getting Ancestral. So I personally didn't have a lot of reason. I'm like, what, am I gonna go get Aram's for the tankiness? And it's like, no, not really. Ugh. Far away chest. No must-have pickups from Leagues this year. Leagues mode itself is the reason to play over the rewards. I suppose so. I'm thinking last year we got Din's recolor, Blowpipe recolor. I'm trying to think what else was in there. I mean, they do the animations as well, so like the home teleport, the death animation. The Vengeance one was pretty cool. Fiery like Vengeance thing. Yeah, the shield, the Dins. The Dins ones did look pretty good. I don't have a Dins myself, so I didn't really get to pick it up. I still have all the points sitting on my account because I'm like, why do I want to buy these rewards if I can't actually use them yet? House Teleport Fairy Ring Tree looks awesome. I'm trying to remember. They did tweak it a little bit from the first one. I don't actually quite remember what it looks like. It's very blue though. And one of my concerns with that was it may not mesh super well into like the house setup. If we get, well, actually one of the things that they were talking about for, I think next year maybe, was like more house customization options, so that might help too. Oh, you can't get to it this way. That's a pain in the butt. Oh, hello? Oh my god, I'm not gonna make it now. I only spam clicked over here. Come on, why'd you gotta stop moving? Minute 50 on Nightmare 5. You were lying to me earlier. You said 5 minutes on a Nightmare. Minute 50 isn't too bad. Still a little slow for 150 kills, but pretty good for like a late game boss. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna make this one either. Getting the death animation for sure. Love seeing my guy scream in terror before dying. Wanted to pick up all the animations, but certainly on the hardcore, I'm like, I don't ever want to actually see it. You know? We'll see. The second account is probably going to be Sir Transit, which is the hardcore with the series. So I'm like, because I definitely want him to have some points. Pick up like the whatever, the portal room recolor type of stuff. Seems very on theme for him. Outfit last year was whack though. What, just the normal, the League's outfit? I haven't really paid that much attention to him, personally. Oh my god, this is brutal, dude. What to do? I guess we go for this one. I think if it spawns far away, I'm just gonna go back to the center again. No. Stupid bubbles. Oh my. Gotta be joking, dude. Triggered. The current. So triggering. Love to see my guy burning. Man, I'm not even gonna have enough oxygen to, like, loot this. Alright, whatever. Does it matter? I don't wanna go back to the surface yet. Start from over there, I guess. We'll see where this moves. Like the Aaron's recolor, there are some safe deaths, though. That is true. I do have access to Chambers of Xeric on that account. And I think Chambers is one of those safe deaths. Probably going to see it a lot in there. Well, something that I learned during this Leagues is they added a shortcut on the Elvarg Island. Which means eventually that transit locked account is going to be able to go into the Tazara City and like complete Dragon Slayer and everything. So also, well, not a safe death. I guess there also be probably like a Fire Cape and an Inferno Cape in his future. Keep doing underwater agility. You should buy the Trident. Store 10 puffers worth of breath. I do have the points for it. I guess next time I'm over there I can pick it up. Allow me to take advantage if like I get some good spawns when I'm out of oxygen. Though I don't think I'll be here that much longer. I mean, once I get to 92, I'm pretty much checked out of here. I don't know that I'd come back. Maybe if I want to do like 50 mil agility, but even still, I don't know if I'm going to actually go that high up for agility in particular. Not like you can spend them on anything else. I mean, yeah, that's fair. You already gotten a dragon pick from Volcanic Mine. I have not. I haven't done any Volcanic Mine yet. That's one that's on the list that I assume should be at least somewhat quick. I don't think it'll be like the fastest task, but wouldn't hurt. I mean, I need to train mining and smithing up to 99 anyway, because at some point I need max. Those will be points. But mining and smithing, even with Power Miner, are like a little bit slow. I want to say it was like a little under like 1 mil an hour for smithing, I think. It's not necessarily like super fast, but you do get the bars, and eventually I'll be able to use those as well. Ooh. Barely. Barely made it in there. That 1%. Scary. Remember those lobsters needed the frog legs, yeah, for the agility potion? Farm the pick from the Volcanic Mine, you just solo for 400 points every 3 minutes. Yeah, I know. There's like the method where you just run in, basically. Run in, check a couple of things, and step out. That's what I did the last league as well. But you do have to go in and, like, kind of play one, because you need to mine my Runite thing there. Better XP than more agility anyway. Yeah, but I mean, the tasks in Sepulchre, I believe you. I'm sure this is higher XP per hour, but I'm like, I mean, I guess the different agility XP tasks are also 200 points. Maybe it is worth hanging out here for a while. No reason for it. I just don't know that I want to do 50 mil agility. I guess I'm gonna go bank this stuff. Maybe pick up the Trident while we're over here as well. Did the solo strategy where I just went in, checked vents 2 and 3, I believe, and mined and replaced the stone like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, That's what I remember doing as well. Not terrible mining XP. At least it beats stars. Yeah, well, mining I'm not really worried about. Because mining Runite ore was like 3 or 4 mil an hour. Do that one. We'll pick up the trident. Can't swim, really. It's the what? Come on, guys. You should be able to hold the trident. What are we doing? What are we talking about? That's just plain silly. Still haven't gotten the rune fragment or whatever. It's because, yeah, like, you have to actually go and mine in the minigame. You basically have to play one legit game. I mean, but not even fully. I remember it was pretty quick for me the last time when I had to do it. But you can't do the run in then run out method because you don't mine there. Also, Island, adding in Rune Dragon's been great for my account. Yeah, if you have Fremnik and you can access them. My problem is I don't have Fremnik, but I don't need it because Power Miner gives me plenty of bars. I just need to get... I mean, I might just Power Mine to like 99 smithing and take a little while. But then all those bars will... I mean, surely it would get me to like 35 mil, if not 50 mil XP. Just make a bunch of rune plate bodies. It'd be a lot of ore. Well, a lot of bars, anyway. Maybe like 20 boxes to get the pick. It is a boosted rate. I don't remember how rare it is. That might actually be on rate. I think it's like 1 out of 100. Fossils make the underwater agility worth it. I mean, I guess this, outside of the XP lamps, it's just prayer, right? For these. Once you finish the XP. Or the lamps. Really is an agility stream, I know. Unplanned. Should I change the thumbnail? Doing agility for 3 hours? Thumbnail title? Swap them around? This is the nature of getting points, though. I mean... Is it a lot of points? Eh. Maybe, maybe not. In the grand scheme, it's gonna have to happen eventually anyway. Wait a minute, where's this one? Oh no, that one goes over there. Never mind, that doesn't take me where I want to go. Well, I'm not gonna go to that chest, so I guess I might as well bank again. Did the crystal smithing to get 99 crafting smithing, crazy high XP, but it takes a while to get the shards from thieving. Well, you also build them up from Gauntlet as well. Unless you get lucky. Worst things to have happen, though. I think I'd rather get lucky at Gauntlet than have to, like, sit it out there for the shards. $89. 3 more levels. I think we might actually be getting 92 and going to the sepulchre today. Tougher fish, get over here. Alright, is it... Do I use it on this? Use it on it. Alright, we're good. Now we've got a pufferfish stored. Prayer, lots of prayer. Oh, he respawned. I'll have to pick him up on the way out. That would require 40,000 rune bars. Really? Well... It's a lot of... Honestly, though, it's a lot of rune mining. Like, actually... I don't know if it'd be quite that much, but, like... You're probably talking a couple, like, tens of thousands of bars. I don't think it'd be weird to get, like, 10,000, maybe 20,000 rune bars. You get a lot of them. Free chill gaming, not bad for a chat and stream. Yeah, at the very least, you know, I feel bad when I'm doing stuff like the Inferno, because if I look away, I just straight up die. So, like, I can't see what you guys are saying. And, man, I remember yesterday, or, yeah, it was yesterday, right? I'm, like, asking questions at the end, because I'm like, I want to know this stuff, and I know you guys know it, but at the same time, the second I look away, I'm just straight up dead. So, like, I can ask the questions, but I can't see the answers until after the fact. Echo Hunlith is nice for the crystal shards. Echo Hunlith. You know, if I get to a third account, I'll probably end up trying that. I don't know if I will. We'll see, because I think the second account, I'm not necessarily planning to go for Dragon. 8 tiers of relics, but I also think that could be pretty quick. Like 8 tiers of relics, try some bosses out as Mage. That might be about it. Because I'm like, what, it took me a week? A week and a couple of days, maybe, to hit the last tier of relic. Maybe I will have time for a third account. Took me like 200 deaths to get good at Echo Hunlith. Ooh. See where this goes. Alright, we'll try for it. I know it might not be so fun method, but at the very least, this beats doing rooftop laps. I don't think I even have any good rooftop courses, so like I can't complain all that much about this. Brimhaven's okay, but Brimhaven's also kind of the same thing, where it's like, you click the pillar, and then you stand around for a minute at a time. But I will say, at least in Brimhaven, Total Recall works, so... Not that it does a whole lot for you, because you can get to the pillars within a minute, but it makes it slightly more AFK, like a minute at a time. 30,000 had your multiplier set to 12. 12 times. See? 30,000? I think it'll be... I don't know. We'll see, but I'm like, if I mine all the way to 99 smithing, I think it's going to be a lot of bars. It'd take like 10 hours of mining to get there, but... I don't know. I mean, I'm going to max anyway. The plan, regardless. Reached 89 smithing. No more addy stuff required. Rune darts for the win. Congrats. Enjoy the high smithing level. I've got to get to like... Is it 98 for the rune plate body? It's kind of where I want to get. Because I hate having all of the small items in there. That's kind of why I'm thinking I just mine to get my smithing up all the way. And then I can do rune plate bodies and like really burn through the bars. Still haven't gotten an enhanced weapon seed. That's rough. My last diary task to complete all the Lumpy diaries is just to get a Slayer task from Chaldor. I have no points at the moment, so I just have to finish the task of Caress I'm on. I guess it, you must not have the Slayer relic then, huh? I'm like, Slayer relic, it's free! Skip whatever you want. Living the good life over here with Slayer relic. Oh, no, we're good. That one I can make it to. Let's see, what's my smithing XP at right now? 4.5 mil. So, I want to say it was like 8 or 900k an hour when I was mining Runite. I only did it for a couple of hours to get up there. So, I mean, it's probably 11 hours or so. 11 hours of mining Runite. Not fun, by any means, for sure. But I don't have a lot of great ways to train smithing. I could stop part of the way through with the mining. I'll hit 99 mining well before I hit 99 smithing. Because the XP differential is like really high. But I don't know. That's one where I'm debating whether or not I want to go for like the 25 mil, 35 mil, 50 mil tasks. Probably just depends. I likely won't go above 25 mil just because it's like pretty slow. Maybe AFK stars to 50 mil at some point, but I'm not necessarily set on that. Yeah, Production Master. Yeah. So, yeah, I've got Slayer Master, so all of the production skills are ones where I look at them and I'm like, crafting, am I going to 50 mil? Probably not, unless I really build up a lot of materials, and then maybe. Like, it's still fast. Go, hello. Put that in here while we're here. That one seems pretty far. I'm not going to worry about that. Chill out here for a second. What about superheating, smelting? I remember that being decent XP, though very click intensive. I'm not going to have a ton of ores, though. I guess from boss drops, maybe, but I'm like, the only thing that's probably real worthwhile doing that on, God, it's gonna be a huge pain on anything that's like high level ore. I'm like gold ore maybe, but since I don't have goldsmithing gauntlets, then that's kind of useless anyway. Ooh, that's pretty far. Maybe we'll just make our way back over to the center. Fish. No! We got him. Not doing the grind on rocks without Power Miner. Yeah. Even with Power Miner, though, I'm like, I don't think the XP was, like, crazy. Like, Runite was pretty good, but I don't think it went over, like... I mean, it might have even been 3 mil an hour. It wasn't, like, super, super fast. It wasn't fast enough to the point where I'd be like, yeah, let me go get 50 mil in this thing. I don't think it's quite that powerful. The only way I see myself getting 50 million mining is if I get every other skill to 50 mil, and then benefit from Equilibrium. Equilibrium, ugh, man, I mean, that would help. That's a lot of XP. Well, that one's also far away. I guess I might as well bank. Turn these in, get some XP. $99 smithing from mining would be 10,000 bars, roughly 20 million mining XP. I mean, at that point, then, it's probably go for the 25 mil on mining. The bars probably wouldn't get me close enough. I don't know. That's why I'll just play by ear. I'm not necessarily looking forward to mining even with Power Miner. But it's strong enough that I think I'll be able to get it done to, like, max the account. Just go for the 25 mil tasks. So far, Equilibrium's given you 113 mil XP. It's certainly a lot of XP. At 21 million mining so far. The long one for sure. Are you power mining for that? For the 21 million? Or are you just sitting at stars? AFK stars? Be getting 50 million fishing AFK at some point. Yeah, I've done a lot of that. Still not quite at the 35 mil though. The problem is, like, cooking is super fast on Karambwans, but fishing is actually not that fast. Not as fast as I'd like it. 35 mil task is best bang for your buck. You apply for the alpha of the new Jagex game or not interested? Are they doing a new game? I'm trying to remember. The only thing that I remember recently was, like, Brighter Shores. That's not Jagex, though. Took the Harpoon Relic. Yeah, I mean, at least it's AFK, but... Did Rune a 99, and then from 99 to 21 has been mostly stars. And you need super long AFK. Yeah, at least it's a good option. Guess we probably take that thing out there. Alpha Star today, NDA cover, survival game, Unreal Engine 5. Did they announce it somewhere? Maybe they did. I'm not going to get a ton of time on this one. Canterans only benefit with agility fishing. Yeah, barbarian fishing. It's still good, though. Barbarian fishing, you train, what, 3 skills? Strength, agility, fishing. 4 if you have the Harpoon Relic. A month ago or 2, maybe. Probably was too enveloped in the League stuff. Too much League's hype going on. Believe it or not, League's kept me pretty busy. All of those videos, man. It was go to work, come home, make videos, go to sleep, say sorry to my wife. Sorry I couldn't see you today, honey. I'll see you in 2 months, though, I promise. Good luck on your point grind today. Gonna get on a plane, signing off. Well, have a safe travel. Thank you for stopping by, Mr. David. Gilnor Survival and Unreal 5's cool so far. Maybe if they do the beta. I don't know, you know, I saw some people trying to do, like, Brighter Shores videos on their channels. I haven't done deep analysis to see whether or not it's actually a good idea to try stuff that's related to RuneScape in some way, but not actually RuneScape. My guess is it probably doesn't perform super well. It'd be cool. Maybe it'd be like a good stream thing if people care about it. Oh man, that's super far. Actually, I can bank. I got all the fossils anyway. Wife says the same thing. Can't wait till it's over. She just asked me today. She's like, when am I going to start seeing you again? I'm like, don't worry. It goes until January 22nd. Insert big eye roll. Like, I know it's a long time. I'm sorry. It's long, but we, you know, gotta be in the league's hype. We're here for it. Was that 90? 90 agility, 2 more levels to go. The league's views have been worth it, man. She knows. I will say, she became much more supportive with the league's views. Not that she wasn't supportive before, but I think she actually, like, all of the times where I was like, I promise this can be a thing. I promise this actually can be meaningful. And the league's views, I think, kind of sold that for her. Combat Mastery's video is easily the best. The table showing all the weapons attack speeds would change. Yeah, and I hope it was correct. I know some people were debating back and forth whether or not, like, the ranged, being on rapid or being on, like, long range or whatever, the differences between there. But I'm pretty sure they were right. Fairly sure, as someone who didn't go range and can't super confirm, but at least on, like, the tier 3, it seemed like it was in line with what I was expecting. Quantifiable sacrifice, I know, right? It's super different. They said after embargoes lift, it'll be out of NDA. Yeah, so, like, basically, I don't know. I'd be curious. I think, like, if the channel was bigger, I may have experimented with doing, like, a Brighter Shore video or two just to see how it did. But I was so involved in, like, the league's hype, I just didn't have time. I would be curious. I don't know. I'm also very new to streaming. You know, streaming, like, all of the streams on the channel are essentially all of the streams I've ever done. And so I have no idea what, like, how the audiences perform on, like, different games. I mean, I'm a RuneScape channel, so I assume RuneScape is always going to be the best for me. But I assume there's, like, some people would still stick around and watch for, like, other Jagex related stuff just to see how it is. If nothing else, for, like, a day or two. But I still need to do, like, my deep dive into stats towards the end of the year. So probably next week when I'm streaming, I'll do earlier streams. They'll be longer than like the streams I'm doing right now, just because I don't have work. But I'm probably going to leave a little bit of space so I can, like, do some deep dives on all of the leagues related data, explore some of the other questions that have kind of come up for me during that time, kind of consolidate everything going into next year. Watched the day 1 task list for newer players and it was phenomenal too. Appreciate it. Did you buy any of the RuneScape board games? I did not. I really thought about it, but the problem is I don't have anybody around me in real life that I'd play it with, so I was like, I bought the cookbook, even though I didn't really plan to make any of the recipes. I just thought it'd be fun to flip through. But like with the board game, it's kind of the same thing. I'm like, it'd be fun to see it, it'd be fun to have it, but I'd also want to play it, and, like, no one IRL cares about RuneScape at all, so, like, and let alone board games. I'm like, maybe I could probably convince a couple of friends to play a few games, and if it's really good, maybe they'd play a few more. But yeah, it's like, wife, do you want to play the RuneScape board game with me? She's like, the chicken game has a board game? No. You wasted money on that? No. I'm like, all right. Ophelia, keep that. You're strong with for now. Killing it. Appreciate it. I'll be curious to see how things play out over the next, like, couple of months. I'm really curious to see, and I'm sure I'll be sad because I am certain that none of the videos I put out will match the same league's hype, but I also think it'll be bigger than it was previously. To what extent, I don't know, and, like, that's the part that I'm curious about. I'm sure I'll go through, like, some initial sadness. Me and Doubleshine were talking about it a little bit, because I was asking him about, like, last year when his channel blew up off of leagues, so we were talking a little bit about it. Because then, like, the videos following leagues, he tried to do, like, a series and it was a little bit rough. Getting, like, 1,000 views a video when you go from, like, that's a lot for someone who's small on YouTube, but when you go from, like, I mean, he pulled like 40, 50, even 100,000 views on like some of those videos, and then you go back down to 1,000. It's pretty rough mentally if you're not prepared for it. I'm like mildly prepared for it, but there's only so much you can really do, you know? As much as I'm not super attached to the numbers, they do still have an impact. But luckily, I've been a small YouTuber for many years now, so I'm quite used to obscurity. You know, for better or for worse. I'm kind of prepped. Don't slow down, full force ahead. Yeah, I just have to figure out scheduling wise. The content that I was making before, there's no way I can make it like at the same pace that I was doing here. So I kind of have to figure out like what I can make content wise, what that looks like scheduling wise, how streaming fits into that. I mean, there's a lot of questions I need to answer. Don't really watch streamers. Came here for the leagues, but really enjoying your content. I do appreciate it. What I've noticed, pumping a lot of small videos can lead to the same, if not better, success than releasing a few large videos. Yeah, well, and I've seen the same thing. If you look back through the channel, not that you have to, at like high level, essentially with it, like before, when I first started, it was, I'll just make the progress series, and when the videos get out, they get out. And of course, with RuneScape, everything's really quick at the start, so I mean, it was like every week, every 2 weeks, whatever, that was fine. When it started to slow down, it's like, there comes a point where it's, okay, well, every video gets another 100 views, so like that's good growth. But if it takes you 3 months to make a video, that's suddenly not that good. You know, gaining an extra 100 views per video, but you only publish 4 videos a year, it's going to take a long time for the channel to grow. So like this year, I really shifted into, let me see what I can do. You know, what's reasonable for my schedule? Every 3 weeks. Okay, I'll do a video every 3 weeks. We'll just see what happens. And then during the seasonal times, I really ramp it up, and I'm like, you know, can I do daily videos? Can I do like every other day? What does that look like? So I've tried that a couple of times. And I do like where I landed with for this league, just because like this one was the most planned comparatively, because I've gone through a couple of seasonal game modes and tried some different stuff. And so like this league, I was prepared. I had a lot of stuff coming into the league pre-prep. So it like I was able to slot it into my schedule pretty well. The area review videos, I did those like every 2 days, just about. And then the daily league stuff, some of those were tough. The weapon one was tough, dude. When they did the echo bosses, I couldn't believe they did all the echo bosses in one league. I'm like sitting at work and I see the 16-minute video pop out and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be an all-nighter. It's like middle of the week too. That one was rough. I was probably up until like 1 or 2 a.m. finishing that one. But most of them were pretty chill. There's only so much prep you can do on those daily videos though. Content will always have its ups and downs, but the important part is understanding when you're going to have a season of high viewership and not expecting it all the time. Yeah, I mean, as cool as it would be to hit some settled numbers, I don't I don't hope for that. I'm like, that's a long way away. A lot of work to be had before I can get there. If I can even get there too. I think that's the other thing. There's only a handful of larger creators in the space too. There's a lot of people who are in like anywhere from like 10,000 to 100,000 subscribers. I'm surprised because I still find new channels out there. There's a lot of people though. Just enjoy the journey throughout the entirety of what you're doing. Expectation is the motivation killer. Oh, I know. Wouldn't even be the first time I made videos. I think I may have talked about this in one of the other streams, but like the Machinima contest back in 2010, that was my first RuneScape video, uploaded to YouTube. Got like 70 views, but at the time, I was like, as a teenager, and I'm like, this deserves thousands. You know, because all you see is like the successful stuff at the top of YouTube, so I'm like, surely my first video is going to get me tens of thousands of views, and I'm going to win the contest, and I'm going to have lifetime membership. And none of those things happen, and I was like, nope, not motivated to do this anymore. Screw that. None of y'all watched my video, how could you? How do we get to that one? Oh. But yeah, that was a learning experience. All of the creative endeavors I've had up to this point have been learning experience. At this point, I'm like pretty solidified in my ability to create stuff, and I also way less attached to the numbers because I have a day job, so like I don't have to worry about the money side of it as much. I'm like, cool, if it makes an income, great. I mean, ideally full time, I'd love to be there, but I'm not necessarily in a hurry for that, and I definitely want to like. I mean, if I use the league's numbers, it's not quite to full time, but I'm like, I can't expect that I'll get the same numbers that I did in leagues for the next like couple of months, and so I would rather be patient and like wait and see. Job's stable enough. You know, at some point there will probably be a conversation about like, okay, this is reasonably close. Do I make that jump so I have more time to commit to content? But it's not anywhere near that, so I'm fine to take it slow. See how it does. And you know, this is where like when I think about content, I'm like, what does my schedule look like? What can I make within that makes sense? So like with the daily stuff, the format of the daily videos are the way they are just because I know I'm like, I'm gonna have 2 or 3 hours when I get home from work, so they can't be anything fancier. I can't do fancy edits. I've got to find some way to put the information out in a meaningful representation that doesn't take a lot of time. So it's just like a different way to think about it. Why'd they make the tasks so easy this year? They went from being good basis of rank to something that 1,000+ people will 100%. You know, I know that they're keeping an eye on like the rankings and stuff because it did go up still, right? I think it's higher than last year. Let me look. Leagues 4 ranks maybe. Are gonna get me there? Maybe not. I might have to go and find this Trailblazer League. Where are the points? Points. Relic was 24,000 for the last one, so that went up a little bit. Trophies. Yeah, okay, so it went up a hair. It didn't go up that much. Last year, Dragon Cup was 56,000 points. So we'll see. They've been raising the points every year by a little bit. I'll be curious to see at the end. I do agree. I think a lot of people can get Dragon, but I also don't know that a lot of people will actually commit the time to it, even for this league. I feel like this is one of the better leagues, and we're still probably not going to see like a ton of people getting to Dragon. Because it's still a lot of time commitment. Like, it's that same problem that I've talked about with like God Wars, right? But for every boss, you got to go kill 300 Vardorvis. Do you really want to go kill 300 Vardorvis in a temporary game mode? I don't think a lot of people actually want to do that. Have fun playing the game. Settle and Rendy are all on different breeds. Oh, dude, I know. Rendy does some crazy stuff. I occasionally watch some Rendy videos, though, to see if I can, like, can I unlock anything on my transit account into, like, some weird way? Go and watch a Rendy video. Try to look for all the stuff that he, like, breaks in the game. I think we're seeing a small renaissance, small YouTube channels. I've been surprised at, like, how many small YouTube channels seem to be able to get support around the community. It's really a lot. And I mean, I've been in the background making content, like, pretty regularly for the last 3 years, give or take. So I know a lot of the small creators too. Oh my god, dude, the bubbles. Gosh dang bubbles. Half people's RuneScape careers is background noise. Your numbers will rise though over time. Be consistent. Take it slow. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I mean, everything's been good over time. There probably comes a point when you're a little bit larger where you may not see the same level of growth, but I actually don't know how true that is. That's something I'll just have to see as I get there. But I mean, yeah, you do anything for like 10 or 15 years, there's almost no way that you're not going to be successful at it. Granted, you do have to improve as you're doing it. I have seen some people who, they make content, like the same content for a long time, and their channel doesn't go anywhere. So you have to be experimenting with stuff. People were 100% before Christmas this year, for sure, which is insane compared to last year. Oh, yeah, 100% all the tasks. Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, they are easier. All of the thresholds are lower, less KC, less, like... I mean, I guess the XP tasks are about the same, but... in general, they've tried to make it less grindy. I don't view that as a problem, but I'm also not someone who has like 12 hours a day to play the game. I could understand the people who have a lot of time, so like content creators, people who go hard for leagues, you know, for the full duration. I understand why those folks may not like that things are getting less grindy, because it feels like more casual players are going to be able to achieve the same things, which will be true. But as a casual player myself, I appreciate it. I don't know. I'm biased in that way. I'm like, more people getting to Dragon Cup, even if it's like a couple thousand more people, I don't know that that's necessarily a problem. You want... There's like some balance to be had there, but I don't know. Keep adding short PVM tasks that are weighted too high. I mean, there are a lot of PVM tasks this year. That is, I would agree for that. But again, I don't know if that's necessarily a problem, because I feel like a lot of the fun in leagues does come from all of the like combat power. It's at least 50% of the game, I would argue, at least in leagues. I know skills make up a lot of it, but in terms of like how much fun skilling content is, I mean, like, how much fun is this? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it makes sense that they would add more PVM stuff, because I feel like that ends up being more of a focus for leagues. So having more points, more incentive to like go around and do that and not have to necessarily like come over here and get 50 mil agility XP. I don't know. Am I crazy? Am I wrong on that? Do with prayer build goes pretty quick. Yeah, I was doing the prayer build for like Vardorvis. I'll probably slowly kill off stream. Get that up to like the 300 KC. I'm not really expecting any drops there just because they're all pretty rare. Ring would be cool. Hundreds of hours shorter. I don't disagree. I'm sure it is like significantly shorter, especially when they do things like removing the big monkey lap task in Kandrin. I mean, that was like a huge time sink. Maxed 11 days earlier this year compared to last year. It's only 1k ranks higher than last year. Well, and also the longer the game goes, the more people kind of like solve it. So generally everything just gets faster overall. It's the same problem in the main game. Well, problem. I don't know that's necessarily a problem, but it's just kind of the reality of a game being out for so long. Now I have the horrible decision on my second account to reload the same way you did, or GG. Just feel money isn't that big of a deal. Well, I think for the later we get into the league, the more value Golden God holds, because it's going to like catapult you further into the game faster. So it does depend on your goals with the account. People also get better and better. Yeah, optimizing stuff. Lots of points you can gain passively while focusing on other tasks. Makes me wonder how the speedrunners optimize their routes. Dude, like solo mission, getting the tier 8 relic on like day 2 or day 3. Crazy. So fast. I don't know if he keeps an editor around when he's doing like the seasonal mode, because I can't imagine. He plays for like 12 to 16 hours, edits the video, puts the video out, goes back and plays another like 12 to 16 hours. Seems... It's a lot, dude. It's a lot. I've done that once for the last Deadman Mode series, or last Deadman Mode season. It's a lot. Granted, he does it full time. He's probably a little more practiced, has some better systems in place, but it still seems like a lot. Just hit 56 with broad bolts on Kurask. Wasn't even a max with the Eagle Eye. Dude, you get some big numbers. Oda's a millionaire off of this game, so it's possible. Oda's an interesting one too. Oda's very like stream focused, which I find is it's just very different. I feel like a lot of the community isn't stream focused, but Oda's it, you know? I guess there's a couple other content creators that are pretty stream focused as well. Bodhi. Foe is also pretty stream focused, I think. I know he does some YouTube videos as well, but there are a handful. I like Dragon to be achievable for a casual, but I like completion to be a grind. Yeah, I guess finishing all of the tasks. Still far away. I guess we'll use this opportunity to bank. I imagine 56k to 60k points is quite a jump. Depends on how many total points are possible region picks. Cool and all, but requires huge time investment. It does. Yeah, I mean the point balancing, I don't know. I have to kind of like throw my hands up a little bit and hope that they do a good job with it because they've got the stats for it. Seeing it rise every year is somewhat concerning, but then also they make the task easier. So I'm like, I imagine that they balance out to some extent. As someone who got Dragon Cup back in the original Trailblazer, where the threshold kept increasing, please never bring that back. It's fine if more people get it, but never make it dynamically adjust. That was tough because it was like the top 1%, right? You couldn't ever be done. You had to keep playing. That sort of grind really like weighs on you. What are we doing? Okay, so we're one level off actually. I must have missed when I did the last hand in. Too busy chatting. I forgot I'm doing agility. Thanks for keeping me company, guys. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be doing this. That's for sure. Agility's tough, dude. Agility's tough to do. Main game, rune crafting, I will never 99 again. Or agility. Yeah, back in my day, rune crafting was hard. It meant something, dang it. I'm like, I don't know. It did. That is true. It is also a game. I don't know. I don't know. Maxed on the 6th. I think I disagree with the chat. Seems kind of gatekeepy to me to want the game to be harder to keep out people having Dragon Cup. I don't know. I think it's we were saying Dragon Cup's fine. Dragon Cup for casuals, but then like maxing out points being more grindy. Like we're talking, you hit Dragon. The last you get like 100,000 points. The last 40,000 points. To me, that sounds like a crazy hard grind. It's gonna be so long, 100 KC at every raid. I mean, it's gonna take a while. But I mean, if you want that to be grindier, some grindier tasks, more power to you. I think that's like we're talking the 1% of people, maybe even like the 0.1% of people who want to go that far anyway. So if the 0.1% wants it to be a harder grind, I don't necessarily have a problem with that. Oda said he pays a guy for his YouTube videos, a guy for his shorts, a guy for his Instagram stuff. Yeah, I know Oda keeps a team. I've heard him talking about that on stream a couple of times. No Monkey did world first Echo Soul with a Dragon Long, no relics. No Monkey's like I've seen some of his guides. He's got a way deeper understanding of like all of the mechanics in this game. I mean, I remember back in the day, like Wook's also seemed pretty out of reach. The stuff that he was doing. Maybe if I was playing the game like 20 hours a day, I'd eventually get there, but I have a hard time believing that. I'm like, that's maybe a little too intense for my playstyle. Man's going for Rune, I'm stuck in steel. You'll get there eventually. How many league points are you at? I'm at, still the same, 35,490. Though I do believe I probably need like 50 more tiers, something around there, and that'll be 92, and I'm gonna go get some points at the Hallowed Sepulchre. Should be pretty quick, hopefully. Top 5%, got the top 0.5%, always sucked for the guys being at the edge. Basically, you were forced to keep playing, else you risked losing your rank. I remember that because so the second league, I guess that was Trailblazer, I remember trying to go for points, and it wasn't as bad for like Adamant Rune tier, but I remember feeling that same way, and there came a point where I was just like, I just can't be bothered. Like, some people are going way harder than I am in the game mode, and so I had to, like, I burn out, I gave up. I'm like, I can't go for these ranks. I had my fun, and I just stopped. I'm like, whatever I end up with is what it is. Unsure if training defense at Scurious or killing him with tier 6 range using spines on defense is faster. Scurious is super fast. If your secondary style is melee, then you probably train it. I had the same feeling for range, so I did range just with like the Ratbane weapon. So if your secondary style is melee and you're up to tier 3 already, just train defense through melee on him. If not, then go for the spines. No Monkey and Mulgoat, another level. 20 hours a day, wouldn't turn myself into No Monkey. Don't have sharp enough focus. That's true, the focus, man, I'm like, I don't know though. I mean, if all you're doing is RuneScape and that's all your focus is like devoted towards, like I could see it. Eventually, you'd get there. All those guys are all Grandmaster anyways. No shame in not being as good as them. And remember, for Trailblazers, they made the league last even longer than before. I don't even remember how long it ran for. But you're right. Did they extend that one? I remember they extended one of them. I couldn't imagine. They're like, okay, you want to be in the top 1% or top 5% or whatever. Great. Also, we're going to increase the game mode's length by 2 weeks. And you're like, oh my god, 2 more weeks of trying to stay ahead of all these guys. Brutal. Biggest advantage of Golden God is the ability to buy things noted. Prayer and Magic are very fast skills anyway. Less than a week, you can make millions of gold from PVM. But being able to quickly buy tens of thousands of resources makes a ton of difficult skills significantly easier. That's true too, yeah. The noted shops. Noted shops are nice. You combine that with like Production Master especially. All of those skills end up being free. Hopefully that's close. That is close. Close enough. I think after this one, that should be enough. Truly became an insane marathon. I know, I do remember. I remember in some of those first couple, watching other content creators trying to stay like in the top percentages. Seems really stressful. Thanks so much. Sorry I was off topic. Yeah, don't worry about it. Ask questions away. I am here to yap. Whatever you would like me to yap about, I'm happy to yap on. Reflexes aren't capable of getting there. I wonder, you know, I'm like, man, I got them old man hands. Is my reaction time good enough? If you have access to either the Chaos Altar or Death Altar with Banknote, you can buy crafting smithing with Toggle anyways, so Golden God not necessary depending on your regions. I think it just makes it easier. That's the thing. You're removing more of the barriers, so like I view Golden God as a good thing to like catapult you forward. Yes, it doesn't matter after like 2 or 3 weeks for most things. There's like some tasks that it basically enables way easier, like buying a Crystal Crown, getting like crazy expensive construction XP, that type of stuff. But you know, like all of the League's powers will equal out for the most part over enough time. It's just you're deciding how quickly you want to get to certain points in the game. All right, this has to be it. Yeah, that's definitely it. 92. 92. All right, we'll head off to the sepulchre. Actually earn some points on this stream where I'm supposed to be getting points. What percentage of players actually get Dragon? I don't remember what the percentage was last year. I think it ended up being more than 5%, but not like that much more. I don't know, did they say on the wiki? I still have that pulled up. Doesn't look like it. I don't see that in here. At least for the last one. Bother that junk. I wonder, this probably won't work in the sepulchre for anything. I'll bring it in anyway. How much stuff do I need to loot? I do want to get all of the items from the sepulchre. I know that's a task. Rune crossbow for sure. Need a Saradomin item as well. Actually, I don't have fire ashes. I might not worry about that one. We'll do that. Did I get the free teleports already? I did stop by the sepulchre. Do I have those still? Maybe I don't. What are the teleport things called? Hallowed something? I don't remember what the little like teleport crystals are. Oh, they are in here. Okay. I got those to get out there. Did I lose my mithril grapple somewhere? What happened? Why does that say 0? That's odd. Those can break, can't they? Oh my god, I bet it broke somewhere. What a pain in the butt, dude. You're joking. I must have used that thing twice. Once for a task, once for, like... It was the Karamja Diary, I swear. It must have, like, broken when I did the shortcut in the Karamja Diary or something. So dumb. Top 5% sounds fair. Easy enough. Guess I'm not against that. Crystal armor only buffs Crystal bow, bofa, melee weapons if you have the blessing. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't let it also buff mage. I think that would have been an okay choice. I can't believe the luck on that. I've hardly used that mithril grapple and it's just gone. Yeah, okay, that's everything I'd need for it. That one at least will be easy for me to loot. I guess we'll see how good the marks are. What do I need for the last one? The last one I can just access, so I guess I don't need anything if I finish floor 5. How bad is Mage anyway? Well, it's certainly the weakest of the 3. Been patiently waiting for Sepulchre. We'll be going into Sepulchre here. Have a couple extra in case something happens while I'm down there. Actually, I guess I just go out there now. Major Buddy slaps. Think it does pretty well. Mage is bad until you get the shadow. A bunch of magic damage percentage here, even then it's okay. Yeah, I think the problem with Mage is just needing a lot of that endgame stuff to really feel the power from it. Mage has that problem. Melee sort of has that problem too, but I think Melee has a little bit of an easier time coming online. I don't know though. It probably depends a little bit on the regions as well. Okay, well I'm gonna save this here just so I don't have to worry about coming back. We'll see. It's been a little while since I've run this, but it's not so long. We'll see how fast the marks are feeling. I may want to pick up some planks to do those. I mean, I could pick up some of the fire dust or whatever. Vampire ashes. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Hold on. This is a good chance to test. Unable to store your location down here. Yep, alright, that's fair. Would be a little bit OP. Save it, immediately jump to the chest, loot it. Mage doesn't get much boost with bosses, as I understand. It's the accuracy. Like, a lot of bosses have high mage defense, high mage levels, and so it ends up being quite difficult for you to hit consistently, especially on, like, higher level stuff. Lower level stuff, Mage will be fine. I mean, well, any combat style is fine on, like, the lower level stuff. That's just the struggle. And I think... I was watching one of Settled's videos today, and it was like Sea Engineer went Mage compared to, like... And that was Sea Engineer with, like, maxed out gear compared to Settled with, like, just low like, range setup, and Settled still beat him. It was, like, almost double his damage. You're going Mage and got Wildy, get the Coppish Blade. Secondary will help. Secondary melee. Can someone confirm for my sanity that Barrows clue step is a hard clue step? For the anagram, yeah. I think there might also be another, like an elite step somewhere around Barrows too. But for the talking to the guy above the mound, hard clue step, hard anagram. A weird spot I see that Mage prevails, the Pillars and Nightmare. Ooh. You really want that to be the spot that you're good at, though? You know, like... Poor Mage, dude. Bronze Knives, OP with tier 6. Coppish has a special that pairs nicely with the Mage Masteries. I guess it does do magic damage, right? It's the same as the Void Waker, right? That would be weird, actually. Like, that... So the damage must scale up, right? Like, quite a lot, actually. Settled has so much aura. All the aura. If you have the region, I just made Barrows tabs, went back and forth that way. That's true, yeah. Barrows teleports if you've got Zaya. We're looking out and getting all of the grapple ones on this first run through. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time actually to finish the final floor. I'm not that good at floor 5. Can maybe use the first couple stacks of these to buy the like time extension things. That way I can guarantee I at least finish the final floor. Oh, I was not ready for that. Good there. Oof. It's magic spec for the Coppish blade. Guess that means you also get execute in the AoE, right? Well, if you went all the way to tier 6. That'd be kind of fun. AoE lightning execute. Hate this place. You know, I thought I would hate this, and then I did it so much during Deadman mode. Kind of chill. At least to an extent. I don't know that I would want to stay here and farm out like the Ring of Endurance. I don't know. I was pleasantly surprised. For like, this isn't AFK agility, but I don't mind it. I like it better than rooftop courses, at the very least. Yeah, you can execute with it. Helps for the huge mage percent. Did I get that time? I did get it in time. I was here in Deadman mode because we were being a little crazy and trying to get into Darkmire and like the lower tiers so that we could have unlimited access to get blood shards, and then hopefully sell the blood shards for a lot and then transfer that into main game money. Dirty swapper. Plan didn't go like super well. Oh man, I shouldn't have done that one. I ended up making like 100 mil. My goal was like a bill. I mean, if you look at the title for the first video in that series, I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a bill. Did not make a bill. Definitely did not do it fast enough. It was a good play though. All right, we got into Darkmire. We had it like all to ourselves. It was quite a good time. Playing the PK in game mode, except there were no PKers, you know? Literally best agility content in the game. Well, there's not a lot of agility content actually, so maybe. I might be able to agree with that. Ooh, we gonna make it? We gonna make it? We're making it. You can go Kandarin, but without Premi for Rathrans, Devil's Element, not that useful, yeah. For Mage. I don't know, man. They should have given that to Kandarin. They should have given Rathrans to Kandarin. Was rank 2 for points in a bracket for bracket 1 last year. Lost by 150 points. Unfortunate. Last year was a little rough because the finals were in like you had to max combat. I was happy to see that they ended up splitting it this year. Actually made it like, I don't know, it made it more reasonable to stay in a lower combat bracket, so you had a chance at like a cool finale. That was one of my gripes from the first year of Deadman mode. Oh man, I don't remember exactly. I think we're good. Final floor is probably going to be a little rough. I'll be surprised if we finish this in 3 minutes. But at least I've got 64 marks already, so that's pretty good. The little time extender things. Using 1 to finish floor 5, I think is sustainable. Could bring ruins in to cast that as well. Probably wouldn't be a bad one. Oh, come on. Oh. Pain. Oh, you meant this one, Armageddon? Pretty good. Were you trying... I guess you were trying to compete for points, right? If you got up to number 2. Is that something you do all the time? For the seasonal modes? My problem with Deadman mode is... didn't have a clan, and, like, you know, there's a couple of us that were playing together, but, like... Oh, I'm not in sync for that one. That's a rip. Hello. Here, I can wrap it up. Duty calls. Alright, the wife calls. Well, at least we got a few points. 3,500, or 35,600, so we're getting up there. Finish this one out. Well, hopefully. Okay, we're good. We're good on that. Ooh, I'm definitely not going to make the end of this. Minute left. Good morning from Asia, Mr. Flapjack. Dude, I remember the show on Cartoon Network. What was it? The character Flapjack. Ugh. My brother watched that one a little bit. Bring Locator Orb in, gets you 1 HP and like 1/3 halfway through. I thought, I didn't think Last Stand actually worked. I was asking Chaos about it the other day because he was streaming the Sepulchre and he tried it. Didn't seem like it was working for him. Oh. 20 seconds? Pff, ain't no way. I think even if I run this perfect, I'm not going to get it. Ain't no way. 15 seconds. Ooh. We'll try it. Rough. 1 second? No way. Nope. Get the practice in, though. It works, but not with the ring equipped? Any ring? Or just the one? I guess I don't have a ring on anyway. It's the only reason you cleared floor 5? Can't remember. I think the show was the show just Flapjack? Won the $1,000 in Apocalypse, and it got me hooked, so I went for it harder for Armageddon. Well, congrats. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You play with a clan when you're in DMM? I'm assuming you must, right? Solo person winning seems pretty tough. Do I even finish this floor? It already locked out the final thing. Is it worth finishing the floor once it's locked? Can you even finish it? Oh my god, dude, Alright, whatever. I saved my spot up there anyway, doesn't matter. Didn't win the final fight, just won the point raffle. Well, congratulations either way. You can finish it, but you can't open the chest. Well, that's okay. We'll just... How much can I buy with this? I don't remember exactly how much this stuff costs. These were cheap. 10, 100. Alright, so probably... I do want to finish 4 or 5. I'll buy a few of these so I have them. Next time that I go through, we'll start picking up the items in here. Oh, an additional 30 points? Look at that. Big stream for points. Oh man, slowly, 9,370 to go. Almost getting there. Have 0 shots in the fights. Yeah, dude, the fights are a mess. Alright, well I think we better call it there. Wife calls, duty calls. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed the agility stream. It wasn't exactly my plan, but it did help significantly in getting this trained up there, so... We'll see. Well, I may be streaming tomorrow, maybe not. I gotta talk with my wife about it, so... If I am streaming, it'll be the same time. If not, probably won't be until Saturday. But again, appreciate it. I'll ramp up the points a little bit. We'll get a little closer. See if we can't get to Rune Tier on the next stream. But yes. Have a good night, everybody. Appreciate it. Take care.